Well, welcome back to an episode of Download Ball. So, what's my direction in life? I think that my direction in life personally is to continue moving forward, brother. Is to go ahead and continue moving forward, brother. Or forward, or like whichever direction forward is. And I think that I still have to keep on continue moving forward. And since I still I still live inside of Los Angeles. I still live inside of Los Angeles. I still live inside of Los Angeles, which is very, very strange, very, very odd, very, very weird. And a lot of commentators in the past has, said to me, Oh, buddy, why don't you just go ahead and move outside of California or outside of Los Angeles? Why don't you just go ahead and move outside of Los Angeles? Why don't you go ahead and goddamn move me doing here? Why don't you just go ahead and move outside of Los Angeles? Because it's a lot cheaper outside of California. And what I say to those motherfuckers is because I kind of grew up inside of California, and I didn't grow up inside of Los Angeles. I didn't grow up inside of Los Angeles. I didn't go ahead and grow up inside of Los Angeles, but I did grow up inside of California. And it's just like, yes, you do pay a little bit extra for a premium, but it's just like, honestly, I can't give you the answer to why it's so much better to live inside of California than anywhere else in the world. Actually, you know what? I think I can. I think I can give you the answer to why I would rather live inside of California than anywhere else inside of the world. And despite all the taxes and despite all this, despite everything of that, I think it's the weather. I think it's the weather because people just want me to move outside of Los Angeles, but it's just like the weather. It's just like if I just go ahead and Paul Frazier, why don't you just go ahead and move down to Florida? Why don't you just go ahead and move down to Florida? And then I think that like a place like Florida is just like you're going to be experiencing like fucking tornadoes. Like, fuck you. Like, I'm not moving outside. I'm not moving outside California to a place with tornadoes. Fuck you. Like, I'm not moving. I'm not moving to a different place outside of California that has tornadoes, bro. So, but my personal direction in life, I think, is to move forward, and that forward direction, I think it has to do with me still living in Los Angeles. I think it still has to do with wanting to, be rich and famous. Which is just like, people always tell me just abandon that. And it's just like, if I'm not going to be a famous person, who else? Because like a lot of people really don't want to be famous. I want to be famous. Okay? Like, it's hard being the leader, and like a lot of people don't want to be a leader because they're cowards. And it's like, I completely get that because it's very, very hard being a famous person. It's very, very hard to be like the leader, but it's just like, I'm perfectly fine with that. I think I'm really built for that. It's like, honestly, I don't think, like, I think like, I think that, like, if I'm not gonna go ahead and be like, a rich famous person, I think I would be like a perfect, not perfect, but like a candidate for like being like an astronaut, because like I'm such a solo person. It's like, you know, say if there was like a dangerous mission out there, but it's like the mission would have to be to where like, you know, like 80% you're gonna go out there and then you're gonna come back and you're gonna be, you know, fine. Like at least like 80% that you're gonna go out there and you're gonna come back and be fine. I think I would be like the perfect candidate, because for me personally, I don't have any kids. I don't have no wife. And like granted, like it would take 10 years just of like study, and like, you know, okay, we're not talking about astronauts. We're talking about what is my direction in life, and it still apparently it still has to do with YouTube. So I think for the evolution of this YouTube channel, I possibly think, you know, maybe for season 5, maybe I can devote that season 5 to having like totally like maybe like a theme or something. But outside of YouTube, it's just like, you know, I do want to become like a famous person. I do want to, you know, do that. But it's just like, if I want to stand on top of that pedestal, right? I want to stand on top of that pedestal of being famous. And it's just like that pedestal's foundation has to be solid. So I think in the next upcoming years, fuck the pedestal. I think that I need to really start to build a very concrete foundation for that pedestal to sit on. And what does that mean? I think in the next 10, 25 years, I think I need to like build like a solid foundation for that pedestal to stand on top of. And what is that foundation? The foundation, I think it has to do with, you know, it does have to do, I don't know, with like my health is really, really nice. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not gonna go and tell you that my health is terrible, but it's just like I am very clearly, very obviously very fat. I'm a very fat guy. And I think that I need to, in the next 2, 3 to 8 years, develop like a ritual or a daily routine to where I am like working out every single day, doing workouts that I like. Because like, you know, the thing is, like, when I'm in the gym, it's like people, just random old dudes, come up to me and start like trying to give me advice. And this is a real story that I'm going to give to you guys. This is a real story. The most recent one happened maybe about a month ago. It was like this older dude just randomly came up to me, and like I was like doing the tricep pulls, right? And the tricep pull had like a thing to like where you lay your back against, and like, you know, you do the tricep pulls. But I was hitting it like this, and I was just like, you know, hitting my tricep pulls, and like I was like doing that, and then like he literally he went like that. You know, I had my headphones on, and I was like, what? And I was like, what? And I was like, oh, you want to switch? I was like, you want to switch? And I thought that he wanted this machine, and then he was doing the same exercise right next to me, like right where you guys are. And I was like, oh, you want to switch? And I was like, okay. I was like, okay. He was like, no, no. And then, like, you know, I took off one headphone and I started listening to him. And he was just like, you know, you're supposed to take your back and you're supposed to put it up here. He was like, you're supposed to put up. I was just like, and then I said it in the nicest way possible. I said it in the nicest way possible. But I told him, I was like, nah, you can do whatever you're doing. I'm going to do what I'm doing. I was just like, what the fuck is, like, it was just a random dude. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I was just like, you know, like, I'm out here, I'm trying to do something, but it's just like, worry about your goddamn self. Like, when you're inside the gym, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, I'm in here. Like, do you know how hard it is for me to get inside of the gym and do anything whatsoever? I'm like, it pissed me off so much of just like, you know, this dude wasn't fit. This dude wasn't like fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger trying to come up to me. Like, I was just like, worry about your fucking self. I'm over here worrying about myself. Like, I know that, like, the machine could be, you know, I could be doing it this way, but it's like, I want to fucking do it this way because I get the nice feel of it, you know? But it's just like, fuck you. It's like, fuck you. But it's just like little things like that. It's like, I'm trying not to, like, worry about, you know, people like that. And it's just like, outside of that, I'm trying to not worry about like the random people who just try to get in the way. I'm trying to get into the gym, but it's just like idiots like that. It's like, I get that, you know, maybe he had like good intent. And, you know, another funny story about like when I was going into the gym, it's like, it was like this dude who was definitely not American. It was like, he was definitely not from America. And like I was like walking up to the gym and like I had my headphones in and he was like, I was like, what? I took one headphone off and he was like, do it. He was like, do it. He was like, do it. Do the thing. Do the thing. Do the thing. Do the thing. I was like, whoa, what the fuck, buddy? I was like, what are you doing? I was just like fucking, you know, and this motherfucker, you know, he seemed like he was like very fit and everything like that. And the thing is, just like, that's why on my YouTube channel, like, I don't devote a whole video to fitness because I'm fat. And it's just like, because like, if I'm going to go and make workout videos, it's just like, Paul, who are you to tell people? It's like, I'm fat. You know, it's just like, I don't want to take advice from a fat guy. I want to take advice from a dude with a fucking six-pack and big-ass biceps, okay? Like, so, like, this dude, it was very strange. It was very out of the ordinary of, like, this random guy. Like, you know, he was coming out of the gym, and, like, he was not American. Like, he had, like, a very thick accent, and he was like, do it. He was like, do the thing. I was like, whoa. I was like, whoa, buddy. I was like, all right, like, chill. Fucking, but, for my direction in life, I think that we're pretty good. I think that I have a lot of plans behind the scene that I'm going to show you guys in the future of what I'm going to be doing. But with that said, I guess I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video, 5 o'clock in the morning. Bye.